All right, wonderful. Well, for those of you who I haven't ever met before, my name is Debbie Morrow. I'm here with my partner, Ray. He's just going to wave. He's not going to say anything.
Hi, guys. Good morning. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. All that good stuff to you guys.
Yeah, I'm sitting in warm New Mexico, and Ray is sitting in.
Cold Chicago.
We haven't been doing this comedy routine long enough to have, you know, know when to come in. Anyhow, so Ray, we have a special guest this morning, right?
Yep. Good morning, guys. We have our good friend and probably one of our longest standing members of this virtual coffee, Therese, with us. Therese, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. I know it's a little rough after Christmas, but I'm glad that you guys are here today.
So, guys, Therese runs an incredible organization that is a nonprofit based organization to help people with financial literacy. Agents, lenders, and users of all of ours to help them build their credit, prepare to buy their first house, understand how to manage their business credit a little bit better. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. Therese, where should we start?
Well, I wanted to thank you and Debbie first. It was the first time I'm talking on this virtual coffee. So it's a little outside my comfort zone, which you know, Ray. But I'm really
We
glad that
like
I
to
can
push her, you
share with you
guys.
guys.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. But I'm really thankful that you guys are here. And I'm really thankful for the opportunity to share what I do and how I can best serve and help everyone here today. Like you mentioned, I'm the founder of the nonprofit. Maybe I'll tell them a little bit about myself so they know a little bit about my journey. So, for those that might not be familiar with me, about 3 years ago, me and my husband had a significant change in our personal and our professional lives. We took a big, bold move and we left everything we knew in Southern California so that we could create a simpler life here in Texas to live with our horses. We purchased a house online, which was crazy. Our family thought we were absolutely nuts. And we went to a place where we had no friends, no family, and we just had this dream and this vision for our life. And I sold my family business. I owned an insurance brokerage for 14 years, and I wanted to pursue a different path. And that's what led me to opening my nonprofit. As an insurance broker, I saw over the years how important it was and the need for people to be financially educated and have a compassion for people that were really struggling with their finances. So about 2 years ago, I started the nonprofit. And like Ray mentioned, our mission is to equip individuals with the necessary tools that they need to rebuild and enhance their finances, whether that's credit or debt management. We try to help as much as we can. So we do specialize in credit education, and we provide supportive environment where people can learn and grow their finances without feeling pressured or having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars. So we have a very unique approach at our nonprofit. We try to utilize the virtual tools of the world that we can do today, like online courses, and we have a personalized one-on-one coaching. So our DIY approach really empowers people to take control of their finances and rebuild towards their dreams. So I know, Ray, that you wanted to dive a little bit more into our one-on-one credit coaching because that is a very popular program for our nonprofit. So I'd love to give more details. How do you want to dive into that today? Because there's a
Yeah.
lot we can go over.
Yeah. Let's start at the beginning. Let's start where you usually
Sure.
meet people.
Okay. Yeah. So, I typically start when it comes to our credit one-on-one coaching with coming up with a customized game plan for individuals. So we go through a in-depth analysis of their current credit reports, and we go over their goals. We go over the mindset when it comes to credit and maybe habits we can change, and we come up with a step-by-step way for them to reach their goals based on their credit and their where their timeline is.
I like it. And guys, I dropped in a chat, kind of a four-step process that Therese follows with everything that she does. You know, we all meet people at different stages being in real estate, whether they're a first-time home buyer or they're a renter looking to become a buyer. Therese literally has an amazing program step by step to help people achieve their goals. And I would ask that all of you will drop a link to book a call with her. I would ask that you at least book a call with her and her team to find out what resources she can share with you to help your clients. All right, Therese, sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, so like I said, that customized game plan, sometimes people just don't know where to get started. Whether they've gone through hell with their credit and their finances, or they just can't figure out how to get to a place where they can qualify for a home. So really coming up with that game plan, giving them a roadmap to, okay, to get to point, Z, this is what I need to do. And of course, like anything, it takes consistent small habits over time. And we try to reassure them in our coaching program. We check in with them on a monthly basis where they're cheerleaders. They have access to my support staff as well, so that they get advice and they get their questions answered in a timely way. And we also do help with credit disputing, because nearly 80% of all credit reports have errors. So we go through and we talk about personal information, if it's correct, if it's accurate. And we do this all legally, because I know that there is, credit repair is kind of like a bad term out there, but we do it legally. We walk through the process. Sometimes people don't even realize that they might have late payments or collections or incorrect balances on their credit reports. So we go through and we make sure that the person understands what is on their credit and what are the possibilities and options for them.
I love it. Therese, what drove you to really create a nonprofit and give this away? Because that's a lot of work, right? And it's a lot of commitment. And I've watched you on your
It
journey now
is.
for a good 3 years, kind of figure this out, how to get it in front of people. But what's your North Star that guides you with this?
Well, I think seeing in the insurance world, I was really pretty captive as a broker. I couldn't really go outside of like, oh, I want to help these people and do more. I could see firsthand as an insurance broker, you become their therapist. You're, in people's lives. They talk to you and they open up, just like the real estate world. You learn so much more. Your clients aren't just another number. You build relationships with them. So I think that really is what really pushes me to do more and give as much as I can to those that really, want to make a change. Home ownership is a huge thing. So filling in that gap and providing the education and actually the hope, because some people just don't think I can never own a house. Like I'm just going to rent for the rest of my life. And I think being that beacon and saying, hey, you can do this every single month and staying consistent with them. Because I know a lot of realtors and sometimes lenders, they might not have the time to do that. So I love being that cheerleader on the sideline for them.
I love that. Hey guys, who has used for their clients any type of credit repair companies or third party provider? Show of hands. Anybody? Okay. Let's talk about the experience that you guys had. Jackie, I see your hand up.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna say, so I've had two examples. I guess overall is one of them, you get somebody whose credit just isn't gonna allow them to purchase a home. Um, and you send them to credit repair and then they disappear. You don't ever know what happened to them, whether they fixed it or if they ever really got help, and you just can't get back in touch with them, which is horrible. And then, well, no, I'd say there's three. Then there's some who, the credit repair costs too much money for them to actually do something with. And so they really can't do anything because they can't afford the $150 or the $99 a month, which would be better off being, I guess, put to their credit card. And then the third one is where you actually have a lender who does actually care and actually works with the person and helps fix it and eventually gets them a mortgage. But that's, I think, the rarity. So this is amazing. Like, Therese, if you do it as a nonprofit, it's incredible, because I was a consumer rights attorney and I used to work with, people who had really bad credit and were actually being harassed by collection agencies and banks for paying off their credit card bills, and just what they go through is horrendous. Like I never would have believed if I hadn't heard the voicemail messages and like heard testimony from these people that we were helping. But no one deserves that. And I think just a lot of people are super scared. And the reality is most people have never been taught how to correctly deal with money, let alone their credit cards. And it's just a vicious cycle. So I'm amazed that you actually started a nonprofit to help people. It's incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, and I mean, that is another thing I guess I should mention is that on a monthly basis, our partners that refer anyone to us, we send out an email updating them, typically around the 15th, middle of the month, and giving them updates, what's going on, whether, oh, we just had a consultation or they didn't ever call us back. But we do try to reach out to the clients. And it's all about timing too. Sometimes they're just not ready after they've been declined so many times. They kind of get beat down, but we do try. We make an effort to reach out and say, hey, we're not here to make you feel worse. We're here to really help and support, but we do give monthly updates to our partners. So that's another thing, another plus.
I love it. That's awesome. Thanks, Therese. Julio, I saw your hand up too. What's been your experience with some of these third-party credit repair providers?
I've been lucky enough to use the lender who does everything for us. When I have somebody that has issues with the credit, I call him and he takes over and he works to the process until they have enough FICO score to put in the mortgage. Yeah, I've been lucky in that aspect. I tried to use a local credit repair. Like Jacqueline says, they disappear. They charge. They don't return calls, and my clients call me and say, Julio, you refer me this company. They don't return my calls and everything. So I stopped referring to credit companies because you look bad. So that's my experience that I have here in this area. So I would like to have, what's her name? Teresa information she put in the chat so we can communicate. Because I come across quite a few clients that they need credit repair. Thank you.
I love it. Thanks, Julio. Jose, I see your hand up, bud.
Hey, Therese, thank you for doing what you're doing, girl. Do you also CC the agent that refers them to you?
Yes. So if you're an agent or a lender and you refer clients, you will get an individual email saying, hey, this is your update on, let's say if you have 10 clients, you'll get a list and a general information. I don't share personal information over the internet, but it's just general idea. So you're in the loop. I don't want to leave anybody out of the loop. And if anything, I think my nonprofit is pretty good at overly communicating. So your clients will also get text messages and updates as well. So.
Thank you for your service.
No problem.
Therese, well, let me ask kind of a loaded question, I guess. What do you think for agents and or lenders that have people in need of credit repair? What do you think is some of the most underrated things that can actually be done to help people start moving towards a purchase or towards repair or taking that first step?
I think the first thing is understanding that there are a lot of errors on credit reports. Some people don't realize that they can even dispute. It's your right as a consumer to dispute items on there. Whether or not they're true or not, it's your right to ask and get it verified. So that's the first thing. A lot of the time people want to back away from the dispute process because they don't think they're going to get results, or they've had bad experiences in the past where nothing really happens. So that's the first thing. And I think the second thing is adding little habits, depending on the person. Like lots of people don't know, by adding utilities to your credit or even your rent payment can help your credit score. So there are avenues which we can guide people to do if they're renting currently, to add that rental payment onto their credit report if they have, if they have a rent payment in their name.
I love it. What do you think most people are afraid of when it comes to credit repair or asking for help to get out of a bad situation?
Well, typically if you have bad credit, which I mean, I personally have had bad credit in the past. I've made mistakes, and I think we all have with our finances. I've leveraged my personal credit for my insurance business in the past, and it tanked my scores. And that's a part of life. But I think people are scared to face what has happened, right? You already lived through maybe a bad situation, and facing it head on and saying, you know what, I'm going to change this. You know, a new year's coming, and this is the year I'm going to get my credit on track, and it's going to be a priority. Just like your health, your credit and your finances should be on track, and that should be, I think, a goal for January. But I think it's a mindset thing, and I think, Ray, we talk about that a lot, right? It's like wrapping your head around, like, I did overcome this obstacle with my finances, whether you lost your job and, you know, you had to stop making payments on whatever it was. But you could always rebuild, and there's always a way up, I think.
I love it. I love it. What do you think is the number one struggle when dealing with any of the three major credit bureaus?
Patience, because they have a lot of delay tactics. And when they respond to letters going back and forth on disputing, some people just want to give up. And I am a fighter, which I think Ray knows. I like obstacles against me. So I think being consistent, staying motivated and positive that there is going to be a way to turn around the situation, is really key. Having that a part of your support system to reach your goals.
So you said that word fighter, right? Like,
Yeah.
do you have to be a fighter to deal with all this, you know, BS, for lack of a better term?
Unfortunately, I mean, if you've ever seen, first off, your credit report, the thing is scary. It's how many pages long, or if you look at their generic response letters, it's all, you know, this legal jargon that no one understands. And it's like, oh, you know, this information's accurate. It's like, wait a minute, but I didn't get my questions answered. So you do kind of have to fight against this broken system, that people are, you know, holding you accountable for. So you do kind of have to fight against it.
And people are scared to fight, right? Nobody wants confrontation.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So how does your process incorporate that on fighting on behalf of clients?
Well, on that game plan and that one-on-one coaching, we really work hand in hand with the clients. It's all about their comfort level. Of course, I'm not going to push, you have to dispute this. It's really the client steering the boat, what they feel comfortable doing. And when it comes to disputing, we have in-depth conversations about items, and we will help them write customized templates based on their dispute items, whether that's a late payment, incorrect reporting altogether, and we will draft it for them and we email them a copy. And they're the ones actually mailing out the letter. So they're completely in the loop. Unlike other credit repair companies out there, that just send letters on your behalf and you're trying to figure out what are they saying behind the scenes. They're involved, which is what I like, because I don't want my clients to feel like, oh my goodness, I wonder if this girl's actually doing something. So it keeps them in the loop and they know exactly what's being said on their behalf, because they're going to be the ones mailing it and printing and approving it.
Got it. Jackie, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I just wanted to like confirm with Therese. So that's kind of the education part of it, right? Because they're actually doing it for themselves. So the next time something's wrong, they actually know what to do and maybe can just reach out to you for, you know, guidance, but they actually have like experience in having done it themselves. So you're teaching them
Exactly.
how to deal with it in the future if something goes awry.
Exactly. And like we have you know, our whole platform, everything's online as well. So they can feel comfortable and build that confidence. If, you know, we get them to a point, like you're saying, where their credit is great, they qualified for the house, and then something happens, they lose their job or a collection comes up, we have a library of resources, or they always can feel free to reach out to us.
Therese,
Therese, how many clients can you handle at one time?
We have right now 300 clients, but I'm hoping to double that number this year. So, and I'm looking to bring on more staff as well. But I think, you know, it's nice the way I have it set up, because the majority of it is virtual, and I do client meetings one-on-one. I'm not just handing it off to somebody. So I'm the one actually talking to clients. But it's nice because clients can also go on and do our online courses like Credit 101, and gain more knowledge behind the scenes without, directly talking to me. Because sometimes it's kind of intimidating talking about your credit, and, you want to just do a little research. So there's a lot of options. If you go to our website, there's a lot, it could be overwhelming, but the credit one-on-one coaching is the most popular.
I love it. Therese,
Ray, I think
how can an agent work with you to guide their clients and know that it's a long-term game? Like, do you have a process set up for that conversation or that communication?
Yeah, the first part of building a relationship with a realtor or a lender is really having a one-on-one conversation, understanding what your unique clients need, what you need as a realtor or a lender. So that's usually where I start. And then, like I said, we follow up. And I'm hoping that this year I can create affiliate links for clients. So it's a little bit links for realtors and lenders, so they have their own landing page. That's something that's in the works, Ray.
I love that. That's awesome. We have some questions here in the chat. What are a few recommendations we could make to our clients who may need a little boost to their score, but not necessarily need a full overhaul with a service like yours?
Sure. Well, generally, maxing out cards. If they could pay down their credit cards to 20% utilization, that's a great start. But if they don't have any credit cards, adding positive payment history can also help. Like that, rent reporters could help if they're renting currently, or if they have utilities in their name, they can add that to their credit report as well. So those are 3 little ways to start boosting their credit. But every situation is pretty unique, depending on the person's past.
Love it. We have some other questions here. How long does it take a bankruptcy from unpaid bills to clear through a prospective client's report? I know that seems like a super loaded question with a lot of variables.
It is. There are a lot of variables. Generally, a bankruptcy will stay on your credit report for 7 to 10 years. But if there's inconsistency with the accounts, like payment history, or it's not reporting correctly, like there's a balance still showing, there are things you could do with disputing to get them removed.
Okay. Second question is, do those balance transfer companies that promise clients with high balance not to pay directly to the creditor and instead pay a lower consolidated balance? I don't understand that question. Zaina, if I'm saying your name right. Go ahead, Therese.
It sounds like a debt consolidation. That sounds like a debt consolidation. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Okay. And then the number 3 is, what is the credit repair commitment timeline and monthly fees?
So we don't charge any fees. We are a nonprofit. There's no membership fees. So clients will not receive a bill from us. We may make recommendations based on the game plan. Maybe they need to get a credit builder card. That would be a third party, a recommendation we would make, but they don't have to do those things. But it's just a suggestion. When we do our game plan with them, we give them all their options, whether they're going to do them now or in the future. At least we give them something, to look at when they're, planning their credit improvement. So
love it. All right, guys, any other questions? We can open it up to Q&A and then we'll go out into some breakout rooms maybe.
Sorry, I just wanted to clarify that question. This is Zainab. Good morning.
Hi, Zainab.
The question about the consolidation, I've actually run into 2 clients that said they were contacted by a credit repair.
Zainab, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'll
There
go
you
back
go.
there. I've had 2 clients that told me they had a company contact them, tell them not to pay the creditor anymore, which is like maybe their credit card balance, don't pay it, but they would help them put all the balances together and negotiate a lower amount, and then they pay that lower amount to this company, that credit repair or debt consolidation. Does that really work? Because it sounds a little fishy to me, but I'm not in the right position to advise them whether or not to do it, or if they've already done it. I don't even know were to come in as an agent
So,
trying to help them. Does that make sense?
It is a little tricky because at first glance it sounds like a great idea. And depending on the individual's goals, if they want to reduce debt, this could be a great alternative. However, once they stop paying on those accounts that they're negotiating on, which will be about 2-3 months, there's going to be a large impact on the credit report and it will negatively affect those accounts. And those will have to be rebuilt or if they're trying to qualify for a house, late payments are going to really dramatically drop their score. So I wouldn't suggest that if home ownership is their goal. If debt, getting out of debt or being debt free is their goal, that's a different avenue, but they need to be aware that it's going to have a detrimental effect on their credit report, not paying their bills on time.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Jose, I see your hand up, bud.
Yeah, the question is, do you also accept people, I'm sorry, since credit is everything, if somebody has and wants to improve their credit, they're not in bad credit, do you take them on as well?
Oh yeah. I have clients, they come ranging from the low 500s to mid 700s. They're trying to get higher than, mid 700s. So, or people that are just trying to get ideas on how can I maintain a good score or high score. So that's the other side of the coin, is giving them the knowledge, not just to get to qualifying for a house, but also maintaining that in the future.
Thank you.
Therese, it's been my experience that basically there's 3 categories of credit. You have personal credit, you have business credit, which is usually tied or leveraged off personal credit, and then you have corporate credit that is all on its own based off your EIN or ITIN. Do you handle all 3 of those categories?
Right now, it's mostly individual credit. I do have a few clients, handful of clients I have taken on for business credit. We provide some knowledge on how to build your business credit, especially if you're starting, a new business and how to start building that. So I'm starting to release information about that, but primarily it's individual credit.
Okay, awesome. All right, what are we not asking you about your business or your services that we should be asking you?
I always get asked, how can I help? I tell people, if you come across somebody that is financially struggling or, needs help with their finances, I would love to, be mentioned, be put in that conversation. Sharing my information online would be great. Any support really would help. Like I said, we are a nonprofit. We're completely free for individuals. So I would love to partner. We serve the whole United States. So I'm just here to serve, basically, and be an asset to anybody that wants to work with me.
I love it. Thank you. You guys, I just dropped a link to book a call with Therese in the chat. I highly recommend you save that calendar link because that is also a calendar link you can share with your clients. Just say, hey, go book a call with Therese. She's the best. She can help us get started. And then you can decide if that's something you're going to participate in or not. Okay, Debbie, do you want to go into breakout rooms?
Yes,
Right.
I do. And let's come up with a great icebreaker question.
I'm going to drop it in the chat, actually. What are some common misconceptions you've heard about credit?
All right, here we go. Hey guys, we're in breakout rooms. Are you there? Malik? Tushar, we're in breakout rooms.
$75 for 2 years.
For what?
Register my car.
And like how any challenges? Okay. Will you take care of mine then, please?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait until January. Then I'll do it.
Okay.
Yours is gonna cost more. Yours is probably gonna be like $110 for 2 years.
I'm gonna want personalized license plates because I'm gonna get it to say Epic.
Well, then you should go do it.
But you can start you can do the process that you got through, and then I can go to the DMV and do it. Please. Hi, Margot. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hey, Margot. I'm not sure what time zone you're in, but I think you probably got the time zone off. We started about 45 minutes ago. And people are in breakout rooms right now, and they'll be back here in this main room in 3 minutes. So maybe you and I can just get to know each other a little bit, and then you can go into the second set of breakout rooms. How's that? If you're talking to me, you're muted.
I'm actually driving right now, so
Okay. So just stay off mute for a minute, and while you're driving, if you can talk to me, I'd love to learn a little bit about you. You know, who you are, where you are, you know, all that good stuff.
I will try. I am driving in an area that I don't know, so probably not.
Okay. Well, if you would like the registration that you did for today, we meet every Thursday only at 7 Pacific, 8 Mountain, 9 Central, 10 Eastern. So whichever one of those time zones applies to you, that's the time we start, and we go for 1 hour. The first half hour is some kind of education or something beneficial to the real estate industry. Today we had someone who runs a nonprofit credit repair company, and it's not a traditional credit repair company, but they help people improve their credit scores so they can qualify for homes in their nonprofit, so there's no charge for it. So she was the speaker today. And then the second half, we go into breakout rooms, which is where everyone else is right now. So I understand if you're driving and in a place that you don't understand or that you don't know well. So go drive, be safe, and we'd love to see you next week. And Melissa, I saw you come in. Are you there? Can you unmute? Can you turn your camera on? And you'll have to forgive me. I'm getting over a cold. At least I hope I'm getting over it.
Good morning. I'm sick too.
Oh
Let me turn the camera around. I'm so sorry. Hold on.
no. No worries. No worries. Hi there.
Good morning.
Well,
Okay.
just
Hi.
so you know, I don't know how much of that where you came in, but we do these virtual coffees every Thursday morning. First half hour is educational. We usually have a speaker and talk about a specific subject. This morning's was it's called For Financial
Credit
Freedom, I
reporting.
think.
Credit
Well,
reporting.
she runs a nonprofit
Mhm.
that helps clients improve their credit score, and there's no charge to do it, and everything is done legally. So
I love that. I love that.
yeah, so and then we go into breakout rooms, and so there's usually 4 or 5 people in each breakout room, and that's where they are now. And actually, they're all going to be coming back any second now, and then we'll do one more round. We do the breakout rooms for 10 minutes. So I'll get to put you in a breakout room this time. Okay, 14 seconds it looks like. So
Okay.
here they are. Here they're all coming back. Okay, you guys. Getting everybody back here. Okay, so you know what I want to know before we shuffle these breakout rooms up is who did the letters to Santa? Who sent out the letters to Santa? Anyone on here do that? Nobody did it. I'm so sad. Okay. Well, Jeff, were you unmuted? Were you going to say something?
I was going to say we were lucky to get out Christmas cards.
Okay, okay. Well, you know, Walt, who comes on here frequently, he posted that he did it, and he had such a really cool post. So I think he sent out, I don't know, somewhere around 200 letters from Santa. And he did them early enough that his wife was as Santa's elf at a, I don't know if it was a mall or some event somewhere. And one of the kids that he sent a letter to actually came to see Santa and told Santa that he got his letter, and the kid was so excited. So such a cool thing that we can do to build community and add people to our database at the same time. So love it. All right, Ray, do you have a a second breakout room question?
Yep. Does anybody here have any tips for improving credit scores that have worked for them?
All right, here we go. We're going to open these rooms. I think I mixed them up. Tushar, we're in breakout rooms, buddy. was yesterday. Hi, Shakita. Did I say that right?
Yes, yes. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I just seen I had a
Wonderful.
good invite. I'm like, let me just down in and see what's going on.
Well, we are in breakout rooms right now, and I'll just kind of give you the rundown. First of all, where are you located?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay, so are you Central or Eastern time zone?
Uh, Central.
Okay, so we start at 9 a.m. Central. So
Oh,
we
goodness.
started, yeah. No, it's totally fine. We're in breakout rooms right now. Here's how the kind of sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking this morning. The
I surprised
layout.
you.
Yeah, it's the day after Christmas. I have a cold, whatever. Um, so the first half hour is typically a speaker that has something to do with real estate, some kind of educational, any support, something. So today's speaker runs a financial nonprofit who helps people improve their credit score so they can qualify for home loans, that kind of thing. Um, and since it's a nonprofit, there's a no charge to the clients. So that's super cool. Um, and the second half hour, we do breakout rooms for 10 minutes with typically 4 or 5 people in each breakout room. And you get to build relationships, learn about other people, what's working for them, any challenges they're having. And, we have everyone from, I just got my license yesterday to, I've been licensed for 40 years on the call. So,
Okay.
all different experience levels. And so it can be a great source for, someone you could reach out to if you had a question or a challenge, or referral partners. So for me, I think real estate is a relationship business, and
Absolutely.
building relationships with other realtors on this call that are nationwide, I think is super helpful. So that's kind of how the call works. We are in the second set of breakout rooms, and they should be back in another minute or two, and then we'll close out the call. But we do this every
Okay.
Thursday. So in the next couple of minutes, tell me a little bit about you, where you are, what you do, how long you've been doing it, all that good stuff.
Okay. So born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio. I started real estate, I guess, 16 years ago. Um, Yeah, I started out just wanting to become an investor. Um, Bought some little headset tapes. Just kind of dove in. I don't even know if you heard of Russ Whitney. Well, he had these little cassette tapes back in the day. And I would listen to him while I'm at work and in college. And I decided to do what he was talking about.
Good for
End up
you.
running into a really cool guy that gave me an opportunity to do property management. But he also became a mentor to me and encouraged me to get my real estate license. So I was about 19 years old when all that started. And I just dived in. So first one I did was a 10 unit for sale by owner. I end up convincing them to give it to me, giving me 3 months without any payments. And it worked. It worked. So me and my uncle fixed the apartment one by one, rented them out. And by the time 3 months came, I had it 50% occupied. And I just kind of snowballed from there. I done been with tried a lot of different agencies, but now I'm with Keller Williams, Seven Hills. I do like the company. It's everything I have never experienced. Family-based support. So I'm taking a new approach to real estate, I guess. I had some illness in my past, so took a long break. So I'm always stay active though. I did always stay active because it's like my little baby. But I want to, I'm getting back into it and I'm just trying to show up. My
Well,
intentions
that's
is
excellent.
not trying, but my thing is just showing up, getting in the rooms, getting around like-minded individuals. We now have that helpful spirit now. That wasn't the case all these years before. So I'm like, well, let's give it another go with a different approach. So I actually can make some money, That's the
Excellent. Well, I
goal.
love that. So, we do this every Thursday, so I hope you will come back, next
Yeah.
Thursday and check it out. Although next Thursday, I think is the 1st, right? Is next Thursday the January 1st? Because
Let's look together
oh
because
no,
I
it's
have
the 2nd. It's the
okay.
2nd. So we will be on the 2nd. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so I hope you'll come back and
So
check us out then.
are the invites already out? I don't know.
So
I
once
literally
you register,
okay.
you only have to register one time, and it'll be the same link that you use to join every single time. So look,
Okay.
you guys, it is 9 a.m. on the nose. It's been a long time since we hit it on the nose. Jackie has her hand raised. Jackie, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to have everybody know that I put my Calendly link in the chat. So if everybody could book a one-to-one, I would really love to meet with all of you, get to know you, talk about, find out what topics would be helpful for you for 2025. And then I'll pass that information along to Ray and Debbie as well. So feel free to book one. And I look forward to meeting all of you and hope you have a great, happy new year. And we'll see you on the 2nd.
Okay, so for those of you who have not already done it, drop your information, your contact information in the chat, and Ray will turn that into a downloadable document. And then you can follow up with anybody that you met here on the virtual coffee and want to get to know better. And for those of you who it was your first time here, thank you for joining us. I hope you learned something valuable today, met someone who can help you grow your business in 2025, and that you will come back and see us next week. We just looked at the calendar. Next Thursday is January 2nd, so we will definitely be here. And since it's not the 1st and none of you are going to have hangovers.
That depends how much fun they have on the 31st. It may linger till the 2nd, Debbie.
All right. Therese, thank you so much for all you do for our community and for sharing with us here this morning. Ray, any final words?
Nope. Thank you all. Hope you have a happy, healthy, safe new year. Thanks for being here. And we'll see you guys in 2025.
Debbie,
Happy New
remind everybody how
Yes,
to
let's
copy the
go.
chat.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
And
Happy
the
New
cost of
Year.
an Uber is much less than the cost of a ticket or something worse. So for those of you who have never downloaded the chat before, when you open it, if you have the new version, the 3 dots are at the very top. Beside where it says virtual coffee, there's 3 dots. If you click on that, and click Save Chat. It will save it to your computer. Then you just get to figure out where it saved it to. All right, you guys, we'll see everybody next week. Thank you.
Bye.
Be safe.
Take
Debbie,
care.
do you have 1 second?
Yes.
I just need to ask a question. On your Monday night things that you guys are doing, is there a playback on those? I have another commitment at that same time every Monday, and there's
So
some
we
I'd really
don't
like
do
to see
it.
them.
Yeah, we don't do it every single Monday. And is Ray still on? He is not. Is there a specific one you wanted? Because I think Ray is trying to make like on-demand type webinars out of them.
Okay.
So
Well, I'll
if
just
there's
wait. I couldn't tell you one right this minute, but I'd have to go back and check. But
okay.
Okay.
And we're trying Monday afternoon, evening, and Thursday afternoon, evening.
Oh, Thursday would be super for me. Monday's just not good. But
yeah, got it.
all right.
All right,
Thank
you
you.
guys. You bet. Take care. Bye-bye.